Hey guys, Hybrid Fishy here, and this is another mod review. I know we put one up pretty recently, but I'd like to keep in the habit of keeping them going on. So this is the GAZ 2975. It's a Russian armored personnel carrier. As far as I know about it, and I have done a little bit of research, it was introduced 2006, and was basically to fill the need of the Russian army needing, and Russian sort of private military companies needing small, light, somewhat quick armored vehicles that could be multi-purpose. So this thing could carry driver and navigator of obviously two of them, and depending on the variant, it could either have 9, 10, or 11 people in the back. 9 would be if they had an MG in the top, and I'm not sure what the difference between 10 and 11 would be, but they wouldn't have an MG. The MG that would be there would be a standard Russian 7.92 sort of belt-fed kind of thing. Armored generally between 5 to 7 mil all round, and the engine seems to vary. Generally, it seems to be a 6 litre something, but it only has about 180 to 190 horsepower. So this isn't a very big truck. It's not very heavy, not very powerful. But in spin tires, this is a very fun truck to drive around. I haven't done a lot of testing. I just drove it out, saw how it did in mud, drove it back again. The add-ons you get are nice. The spare wheel looks quite cool, just having that tied on the back there. And the GAZ wheels look ridiculous. They're designed for a truck so much bigger that this just... So we'll come back and have a look at them in a little while, but for now we're going to go see how the truck does on its own wheels, with its own gear. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, smooth gear change. Right. Park and brake, I knew that. Okay, so it's not a very quick truck, this, but it is a capable truck. It's a nice truck to drive because it's not very quick, which means you've got nice good control over it, and you're not going to go head first into a really deep mud pit and then not be able to get back out because you've gone too far. It's not got fantastic ground clearance, and it's quite wide and quite heavy, but it doesn't seem to sink into mud too much. Okay, it's kind of sinking in, but it's not sinking in enough that I would say, right, this isn't going to be able to get through here. I've just had to put the diff lock on now. It's more than capable of pulling itself through. And it gets bogged down a little when it starts to get deeper, but that can be expected from any truck. And the model's quite detailed as well. You can see that... oh, I might be getting stuck here, actually. Just fling it into all-wheel drive. The model is quite well detailed. There's the mesh over the windows, all the handles, and other specific details like the infrared lights and the meshes over the windows, the bull bar. It's quite well modeled. There's no clipping issues, no texture issues. So yeah, it does have a hefty amount of damage that it can take. 1,000 is a lot, and I suppose that kind of fits with this being an armored truck. It's kind of supposed to be as durable as possible. It's supposed to withstand bullets and rockets for a start. Fuel, not a lot of fuel actually. The Camel Land Rover had 400. The Unimog I think had 420, and that could carry more. So I get the impression that this might have the chance of not being able to. Might have the chance of not being able to go quite as far as the other two, other three. Sorry. I think even the Jeep had more, and now we're stuck. There we go. Let's try to test out the automatic and forgot about that bit. This one doesn't seem to have the problems with the automatic gearbox that the other two do. I mean, it is a very quick truck when it gets going. So, that is definitely something in its favour. I'm not sure I would use this as an exploration truck, though. I think this is more of a multiplayer kind of mess-around vehicle. Not the sort of thing that you'd be using to climb through tree lines and go through deep mud and deep water. It's more of a showpiece than anything like that. But it is a really nice truck nonetheless. So now we're going to go ahead and have a look at how it goes through the water up here. I'm going to go through this right-hand section because that's actually deeper. Or I thought that was deeper. Oh well. Yeah, we'll spin back around and go through deeper water, which I think this is. Yeah, it is. And because of that snorkel, the maximum water height for this truck is pretty deep. it's more than happy of going right up to the bottom of the windows, and we'll just keep going. Unless it gets stuck. Oh joy. Oh, come on. Come on. Just a bit of mud. Oh, there we go. It's going. Come on. Come on. Yes. There we go. So I'm thinking these wheels maybe are more sort of road tires. Or for the real truck, they're road tires, so they're not really designed for this kind of work. The truck's not designed to pull itself through bogs and things. Oh, but I want to try and go up that hill. I don't want to have to rescue and come back around here. This is my usual little route that you guys have seen in the last 3. Okay, how else could I... There we go. Okay. Right. Now, that hill. I do not see this truck getting up there. I just don't think these wheels have the grip. I don't think it's going to be powerful enough. Because if this was been modelled properly, and this does only have 180 horsepower, there is no way it's going to get up here. But we'll try the trick of throw it in high, and hope that it has enough power to pull itself up. So, well, it may not be able to get up this bit. Oh, come on. There we go. It's some nice sound detailing on this. It's a very, very nice truck. It's been modelled fantastically. The modder has put a lot of work into this, evidently. Okay, throw it in a high. Come on. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting it to get... Oh. Okay. 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 Oh, no. Okay. Just sinking it so it doesn't fall further down the hill. That was quite impressive, though. I didn't expect it to get this far. But now it's sort of stuck on the steepest part of the hill. So I'm not sure how it's going to get its way out of this. Or if it can. We'll try with the GAZ wheels later and see if it does any better. Or... Yeah, no, I think we're stuck here. Okay, so I'm going to drive this back to the garage now. And I'll catch you back there when I've swapped over to GAZ wheels. Or I'll damage the truck on the way there. Okay, so just to show you exactly how deep this can go, on the way back to the garage, I went back through the water. I kind of jumped into the water more than I had meant to, so we are now in this bit. And even though that is incredibly deep, the truck is still happy to keep going. I mean, that's almost, what, 80% of the truck covered? Barely even the whole of the roof is still exposed. Oh, there's the first piece of damage I've taken. So that's impressive. I'm definitely impressed with this truck's water sort of capabilities. I don't know how to phrase that. Not so impressed with its bogging sort of skills. Definitely in deeper mud it does struggle. But I think that's got a lot to do with the low ground clearance. Because there is not a lot of ground clearance if you look at that. And the wheels aren't very wide and their treads are almost smooth. They're like the MAZ wheels, but they're a lot smaller. And I don't think that works out for this truck. But it is still capable of pulling itself through, so... Yeah. And there we go. Okay, so on my way back I did notice that the high ratio is a very, very powerful gear. It doesn't stall out quite as much as I was expecting it to. And the truck can still use it. Even at low speeds it will still be able to... See there, it's stalled there. So we're just going to point this out in the direction we want to be going. Fit the GAZ wheels. And then do the same sort of run again. I won't do all of it again. I won't show you all of that. This still looks ridiculous. Okay. But with these wheels, I would think this will never get stuck. I'm pretty confident that with the much deeper treads and the much, much bigger sort of ground coverage on each of these wheels, even the increased ride height, I think, will stand a much better chance of going through the deeper mud and stuff. So I'll show you quickly going through the first section of this. Through the... In fact, no, I'll just show you through the deeper mud, so I'll catch you back there. So here we go, we're back at the deep, deep mud section that we got stuck in last time. Oh, don't roll. And I'm just going to put it straight through the middle where we came out and see if it performs better. And already you can see there is an improvement on that. And we are completely submerged, so I do kind of want to get a move on here. But there is a huge improvement. These wheels go through the muddy, sort of boggy ground at the bottom of this a lot better than the stock wheels. So it's definitely, if you are going to use this mod and you do want to do some serious off-roading, you're going to need to use these, I think they're the GAZ wheels, yeah. You're going to need to use these. The truck just doesn't have the grip or the ground clearance. But definitely with these wheels, it's got the extra grip on the mud. They're much wider. They're softer as well, which means they'll flatten out, give you even more ground coverage. They're much thicker wheels, much bigger. So, yeah, it's definitely a huge improvement on the truck's capabilities. Oh, okay, well, that's not quite as good as well. I think throwing it into high was definitely how we got that far up there then. Because I'm not sure this is actually going to go any further, even with these wheels. Oh, maybe. We might be able to... If we can pull it out of this deep mud, I think we stand a better chance. Ooh, could this be the first truck that we don't get to go up this hill? Because that would be definitely an interesting little twist, considering every other truck has made it up that hill. The Unimog struggled a little bit halfway, but every other truck has gone up there, so... No, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Alright, well, I suppose we're going to have to call it there then. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the GAZ 2975 mod. I'll leave links in the description. So thanks again for watching, and we'll meet in the next one.